So over the last few days, it seems like the CS2 devs are busy at work preparing a new update, but what it contains, the CS player base doesn't really know. But what we do have are some great educated guesses based off the devs' most recent activity and what CS2 needs the most as of right now. Now, post-animation update almost over 2 weeks later, the game still needs some extra and final touch-ups for things seeming, well, more normal. New bugs are and have been releasing out of the blue, new bugs have been discovered, that's sometimes not even to do with animations. This update was so large and important for CS2 as a whole, devs seemingly released this not knowing it would eventually bleed into almost every area of the game. And then we also have areas like the stickers for the CS2 Austin Major. We're coming up on 4 months since when they first released, and it's now been almost over a month since the Champions capsule first came out. Yet as of this date and as of this week, we still don't have a sale, and the CS community has also questioned if it even will be coming. From miscellaneous bugs, animation problems, and CS2's recent lack of content, we should receive an update soon. But today's video, we're going to deep dive into all of this alongside a bunch more. I want to thank Skins Monkey for sponsoring today's video. Are you bored of your current Counter-Strike loadout and want to trade it out for something different? Skins Monkey has you covered. As a buying and trading marketplace, Skins Monkey offers amazing deals and the fastest way to trade out your old skins for something new. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5 by spending $100 or more, as well as you also get a 35% deposit bonus when topping up your balance. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be at the top of the description down below. So firstly for today's video is the devs' most recent activity for Counter-Strike 2. CS2 devs were seen this last Friday sending out shadow updates for CS2 as well as multiple different DPR updates, yet we had no official blog or word if anything was going to go public. Then here we are Sunday, now going into Monday, we still have yet to really see anything. Now most players from the beginning thought this was odd, since devs only really tend to release updates closer to the beginning of the week in case that, well, we run into problems. In the rare instance they did release this on a Friday, well, most devs go home on weekends, so if there was issues, we'd only really see minimal fixes up until that following week, which is the exact same reason the recent animation update released, well, on a Monday, because there were a boatload of problems and minimal testing it seems. So then following that week, devs had an entire 7 days pretty much to get the ball rolling once again. But speaking of the animation update, that didn't just change animations, it changed CS2 as we knew it, for the better and the worse. Now as of recently, players are still reporting problems of animations being broken, stat track features not appearing on weapons, which as we've discussed has now fed into the game itself, where most recently we could see the C4 bug showing up on the radar and in-game while players are trying to pick it up. Well, it's not where the bomb actually is. Movement after changes to B hopping, well, it's been on and off, where it's been broken, then not broken, and that's pretty much been for all players over the last couple of weeks. And I also will throw this in here as well, for a lot of, if not most players that are playing matchmaking within CS2, really ever since Season 3 of Premier released, matchmaking is broken. Where as of recently, especially after this animation update, for whatever reason, VAC feels for most people like it's completely off. But what's your experience? We can also see other problems with things like workshop maps, where after the animation update, once again, players have reported with offline maps and modes while they're playing them with bots, those matches are canceling for no reason, and it's happening at random times, and no one really knows why or what's happening. This most recent post from Game Follower pretty much sums up this the best. So with just that being said, I'm assuming a big patch will most likely follow through this next week, and with the most recent dev activity, it just further proves that point. Now stepping aside from the game, I now want to talk cosmetics, specifically with the Austin Major sticker sale. So over the last couple of weeks, there's been a big talk within the CS player base if it's even gonna happen. Will this be the first major sale in CS history that we don't receive, well, a 75% off sale? Now, and in my opinion, and with my experience of CS over the last 13 years as a skins enthusiast and player, Valve will and is going to release it. We just don't know when. I mean, it's the most logical play for them. Unless try to make stickers rare by forcefully doing so to lower quantity on the market and stickers being available, okay, but this is where the teams, players, and but most importantly here, Valve makes the most amount of money. And even in bad years where players hated the stickers, Valve always was safe and made bank towards the end, and much more than they even predicted during the 75% off sale for those majors. Though we don't have a whole lot of data on this, really only Valve does, and we have only what we can see, the Austin Major stickers, because they're so different and because people like them, they could be selling very well, which could be the, well, big reason why Valve hasn't released the sale yet, but really it's too hard to tell at this point. What we do know as of right now is that players are applying and unboxing these much more than previous majors prior to the 75% off sale. And because of this information, players within the CS community also think, and I do too to some degree, that this sticker sale could last a lot less longer than expected, because there's a couple things we do have to remember. Valve sometimes, if they can help it, they will, where they don't want to overlap the 75% off sale with other content coming to CS2. And what we'll talk about in future videos later this week is I believe the devs are most likely getting ready and shaping up for a big update specifically for cosmetics later this fall. And if we base the majors that we've had just in the last recent years and their duration they've been on sale for, and that just won't fly, especially because we have another major at the end of 2025. So maybe we're going back to the OG days, where sticker sales don't last as long, but the initial launch of the stickers, well, lasts a lot longer than it used to. Now, what do you guys think? I think personally we should start to hear something this week regarding them, not to mention a blog post fixing most of the issues listed in today's video. Now, as it stands for content, because of the most recent updates for gameplay and the time it's taking to fix them, and the fact we'll get new stickers soon and we still have to get this 75% off sale, I think it's very well possible content in terms of maps, modes, features, and a refresh to the armory won't happen until the fall of 2025. Right now, the wait is on the devs, and other than that, we don't really know much what's gonna happen soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout.